How has the United States foreign relations with other countries affected your life?
Foreign relations has affected my life because a lot of things that we see today will say either made in China or Japan or just other different countries, and because of our relationship status with them, it depends on our imports and exports. If we make good relationships with them, then they will buy from us most likely. But because of our relationships with China right now, we're buying lots of things from them. In fact, we're in debt. But they're not going to just say, hand me over my money right now, because they know we're the number one country that buys from them.
How has the United States foreign relations with other countries affected your life?
Well, when I was young, I would say the foreign relations were not very open, and there was always a lot of fear about what was going on in other countries and how it would affect us. Now, I believe that our foreign relations are much more open, and our culture is much more accepting of other cultures. Today, I work with families from a lot of different cultures, and they come to the United States for a variety of reasons, from refugees to just needing a safe and good place to raise their families. So I watch carefully the foreign relations with some of the countries that our families come from so that I can help them acclimate to our country, as well as understand the struggles that they have with their home countries.
How has the United States foreign relations with other countries affected your life?
Well, I think the first thing I'd like to start about is when I was in high school and the United States became involved with Vietnam. At the time, there were two major superpowers, the United States and Russia. However, the United States had a dominance over Russia at that point, military-wise, but it was perceived that both countries were capable of destroying each other many times over with nuclear weapons. This ultimately led to the United States becoming involved in several countries, one of whom was Vietnam, and what they were trying to do was establish a democratic government in a different country. And this is a very large undertaking, and it involved a lot more than anybody had anticipated, which ultimately led to people, or many advisors, being sent over to the country, and from there it escalated to military action, which ultimately led to the Vietnam War, which continued for several years before it became apparent that the United States was not going to be able to establish a democratic government without extremely high cost to the Vietnamese people, as well as to the U.S. military. Also at the time, this was during the 60s, when the young people became very active and very involved in a lot of other issues, social issues at the time. It was sort of a turning point for the civil rights movement, and it was a combination of civil rights, unrest, division over whether the United States should be involved in Vietnam, and it began a period when young people and also established society began questioning authorities, government authorities at the local, state, and national level, which prior to that it was not the status quo. How about a break?